Happy Friday, everyone. I'm Ann Birchard. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today we're going to make this cute, adorable card. Now, for some time, I've had this thought in my head of combining the cartoony, the Zany Zebras, with something a little bit more elegant, like the Ornate Style. So this is what I've come up with. And today's technique is a little bit of masking and some alcohol marker blending. So stay with me. Let's make a card. All right, we're going to start off with the Zany Zebras. And I picked this little guy down here. He's really cute. I have cut Whisper White cardstock. I already have it in my Stamparatus. And it is 3.5 by 4.5. I'm going to ink up my little zebra here. Use my case as a nice solid background. And I'm going to ink him up using Momento Tuxedo black ink. It is alcohol safe. Give him a little CPR. A little bit more. I'm good with that. Clean off my stamp. And I'm going to take off the door and add the other door, which already has my flowers ready to go. Now, before I stamp the flowers, I'm going to mask my little zebra. I have used Post-it notes, stamped, fussy cut it out, and then I used my Tombow Mono multi-adhesive, and I let it dry. After I let it dry a little bit, I put it on my skin, on scratch paper, just to take off some of the tacky, so it's not going to ruin my project. So let's add the mask. There we go. And again, I'm going to be using the Momento Tuxedo black ink. Ink up my flowers. There we go. And give it a nice press. A little CPR action. A little bit more around the mask. I am happy with that. All right, let's wipe this off. Because if I don't, I know I'll put my finger in it. Let's take our card out. Set this aside. You know that's my chair, it's not my bones. And let's go ahead and take off the mask. And I will put this in the stamp case, so I'll have it for future uses. There we go. Again, set that aside. All right, so let's start coloring. Now, I'm not going to bore you and show everything. So I will show in real time the green, and then the other colors I will speed up. So I'm going to be using Old Olive, light and dark, Daffodil Delight, light and dark, Highland Heather, light and dark, and Real Red, light and dark for my flowers. So let's get coloring. When I color with the markers, I always start off with the light, and I fill in the whole image as such. Not too concerned about bleeding over, it'll all work out. I like these alcohol markers. They give a wonderful, realistic view, if you will, with the shading that you can do. And remember, if something is behind another object, you're going to have a shadow. Simple line there. And the veining in these leaves, I will also put that as a dark, so it stands out. The leaf action under his foot, hoof rather. And a couple more. Now once I go through with the light color, I will come back with the dark, add any shadows or dimensions excuse me, to the image, and then come back again in the light to smooth it, blend it all out. And I think I've got all my leaves. Yep, looks good. Set that aside, come back in with the dark, and I'm going to do the veining. And this leaf overlaps, so there's going to be a shadow. More veining. Around this petal will be a shadow, this one, this one. And these two overlap. The veining. I like these nib ends because you can really get into the fine detail. Get the veins. Excuse me, I'm all choked up here. The veining. Little shadow under his hoof and belly. Along the outside of these petals. The veining. A little bit more outside, and we're, oops, forgot this one. Around these petals because they are on top and would create a shadow. Then back to the light and just color it all in. The Zany Zebras stamp set is in the beginner brochure. If you don't have one, please message me, send me a note, and I will get one out to you. They have adorable stamp sets in there, and it makes it easy for the beginner of what do I need to make these wonderful cards. Everything is grouped together as far as suggested ink, the blocks, the acrylic blocks that you need, embellishments, and obviously the stamp set itself. And that little guy. I think we're good. So let me know if you like it. All right, I'm going to start coloring the others, and I will speed it up so I don't bore you to tears. All right, well that does it for the coloring. Looks like I missed a little bit of the purple here. We'll fill that in. And so that's it. I decided to leave the zebra black and white so he really stands out. But we're not done. We need to add some bling. I'm going to be using Stella, and I'm going to color in my flowers. Because who doesn't like a little sparkle? Oh, I can see I forgot some centers here. Let me go back and get those. And this is the dark Daffodil Delight. Fill that in, that looks better. All right, set that aside. I'm gonna set this aside for a minute. And then I have a piece of Whisper White cut at 2 inches by 1/2 inch. And I'm going to be using the Happy Birthday, also from the Zany Zebras stamp set. I'm gonna use my favorite black, which is the Momento ink, Tuxedo ink. And I'm gonna eyeball it so it's centered. Press it down, let the paper have a chance to absorb that ink. There we go. Wipe that off, put that lid on, and then I'm going to use just my Snips, and I'm going to come in and make a banner. So halfway through, cut it in. Oops, I don't think I got that far enough. There we go. And then corner to that cut, corner to the cut. And then this side, same thing, cut in, corner to the cut, and then corner to the cut. That's it. Now, it didn't stand out to me, so I took the dark Daffodil Delight and I just colored along the edge just to make it stand out a little bit more. This would also look great on black and embossed with white using the Versamark. There we go. I think that would make an excellent sentiment on top of that. Now, to mat it, I used the 2022 in color 6x6 designer series papers, and they are gorgeous. So I grabbed the Bumblebee color, and I'm going to be layering that on top. So let me grab my Stampin Seal. Going to pull towards me and then just flick it and flick. One more. That's not going to go anywhere. Now, if you saw my last video, I used my framelits die, rectangle die, and you can cut out the center of this background. No one's going to see it, and you've saved paper to use on a different project. So let's line this up. There we go. And for the happy birthday, I'm going to be using our dimensionals. Put 3 here. Last one. There we go. Peel those off. One more. Does not want to come off. There we go. And I place this toward the top. Oh, I had it. There it is. Bring in my T-ruler because I like things lined up. Just place it there. Nice and straight. Now let's add it to our Whisper White card base. This time I cut it at 4 1/4 and then scored it at 5 1/2. Now make sure I have this opening the right way, because that has happened in the past. And make sure it's even all the way around. Done. And there you have it. Well, thank you again for watching. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell. In the description, we'll have a list of all the supplies, a link to my Facebook page, and also a place if you want to join my Stampin' Up team. Would love to have you on my team. Thank you again. Have a great day.